Guys, and welcome to football once again for this third consecutive night of Champions League action. And you know what? It doesn't sound the same. It isn't the same, and I'm not sure. And I'm not sure. Three consecutive nights of Champions League action makes any sense. I am all for having more teams, but just have one more match every night rather than have it on three consecutive nights. So yeah, I am all for the games and I'm all for the games and everything that brings. But these three nights, I'm like football has a point of saturation as well, but yeah, I mean it is what it is, and it is what it is, and we will see where we end up, and if people do like it or they don't. But we are here today for the no, not for holy matrimony of anybody, but the watchalong of AS Monaco versus FC Barcelona from Stade Louis d'Or in the Principality of Monaco. I mean, I don't even remember last time Monaco were in the Champions League. That's how long it has been for AS Monaco, and we will of course be keeping more than half an eye on the game between Atalanta and Arsenal. Wait a minute, let me just. Atlanta and Arsenal, yes, we will be keeping an eye out for that. Atletico Madrid are also in action today. They are hosting RB Leipzig at the Wanda Metropolitano, and both Barcelona and AS Monaco taking. No, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid playing on the same night, which is not yet unusual. But we had Real Madrid on game week one, and then we have did we have another Spanish team on game week two? Yes, it was Girona. So the focus was on Girona, and yeah, one would have thought that Girona, maybe because they are from the Basque area and from the northern part of Spain, they might be kept apart from Barcelona. Yeah, yeah. It is what it is, and yeah, we will see what happens with that. Anyways, Arsenal are in action as well. As I told you, we will be going through the team news in the games in these games. Atalanta and Arsenal, particularly interesting that Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard, as has been revealed, is now out for months. I'm not sure exactly how many months he's out for, but he's out for months. That's what it says. Could be 1.5 months, could be two, could be three. I'm not exactly sure how that works out, but they haven't given a definitive timeline with the ankle damage. And I would have thought this was Arsenal's perhaps best chance to make you know headway into the Premier League title, and maybe even other competitions as well. But looks like injuries could foil their attempts, and we'll see where it goes from here for Arsenal. And where it goes for Arsenal, and yeah, we'll keep a keen eye out on that. We will keep a keen eye out on that, but that's for later as well as today, and yeah, the team news is out for both teams. Let's just talk about the team news. Just a minute. Let's just talk about the team news first of all. I'll get back to what I had to do.
30 nominees
and
for the Ballon d'Or have just been revealed, and these
and
include the usual suspects, which
and
include
yeah, so
Jude
you should be
Bellingham,
able to
Kylian
see the
Mbappe,
team
Vinicius
news
Jr.,
here.
Rodri, Erling Haaland, Phil Foden, and Danny
You should be
Carvajal.
able to
Some
see
of
the
the others
teams.
include
That's the
Harry
team
Kane, Bukayo
Arsenal
Saka,
and
Danny Olmo, Granit Xhaka, as well
sorry,
as
Barcelona and
Alex Grimaldo,
Monaco.
who
I
did
need to adjust my
remarkably well with
camera.
Bayer Leverkusen, who went the season unbeaten. As I also
Let me
expected,
just
no
adjust the
Lionel Messi,
camera.
no Cristiano
Sorry
Ronaldo.
for
Now, for me, my personal
no
favorite would be
focus on
Rodri to
that
win it. Now,
earlier.
let me know in the comments who would
And
you like to
here we
see
go.
win this year's coveted prize.
So yeah, that's the team news as far as Arsenal and Monaco are concerned. Not Arsenal and Monaco. I'm getting really mixed up and making mistake after mistake after mistake. So that's the team news for Monaco and Barcelona. I don't know why I've gotten Arsenal in my head. Anyways, so here's the team: Kohn in goal, Venderson the right back. Venderson is the right back. I'm not too keen with, too familiar with the two teams. Both leagues are, I mean, are not broadcast on a regular occasion in India, and so Venderson I know is right back. Tilo Kehrer, formerly of West Ham United, he's the centre half, I'm assuming. Mohammad Salisu, formerly of Southampton, he's at centre half. Singo at left back. Kamara, not don't know much about him. Dennis Zakaria, when he was with the Borussia Mönchengladbach, he was outstanding. The Swiss central midfielder, of course, he's the captain. And Akliuche, he's the bright young player that everyone is talking about. He's just signed a new contract with Monaco as well, the Principality team, and then Minamino, Ben Sagir, and Breel Embolo, another Swiss player. Breel Embolo, he scored against England in the Euros as well. So that's the lineup for the French team. Let's call them French. I know Monaco is a separate country, but let's call them the French team. As for the Barcelona team, and yeah, I forgot to mention about Adi Hutter, the coach of Monaco team. Really good coach. Did really well with Frankfurt in the Bundesliga, and he'll be hoping that his team can do well tonight against Barcelona, who have Hansi Flick as manager now. Xavi's episode is over. I mean, like, what went on there, I have no clue. But here's their team: Ter Stegen, Pau Kubarsi, or some people call him Kubaresi, as in like playing or paying ode to their the Italian legend, the Milan legend Franco Baresi, and Inigo Martinez in the central defense, Pedri in central midfield, Lewandowski, Balde. I forgot to mention his name. Um, Lewandowski, Rafinha on the right wing, Casado. I'm not. I'm not well versed with him. Lamine Jamal, Kunde, and Eric. I mean, like some big names missing here. Frankie De Jong, of course, is one of them, and his name is missing. So his name is missing, and I mean, Barcelona have made an excellent start in the in the La Liga. In La Liga this season, they're unbeaten. They beat Girona 4-1 over the weekend and 4-1 over the weekend and look really good. I mean, I know it's still very early on in the seasons, domestic seasons, but great, superb start by superb start by superb start there by uh, superb like, with the new manager uh, Hansi Flick, and he'll be hoping that Champions League
He'll be
some
hoping that Champions League he'll be he'll
he'll be hoping that Champions League can be his calling this year. Barcelona haven't won the Champions League. If they don't win it, it will be 10 years since they would have won it, and since they would have won it, and he'd be. I mean, like this doesn't sound like a team that is filled with with talent uh, that is that are household names in the world of football, but in the world of football, but I mean, like in terms of La Masia, the academy, the Barcelona academy that is known for producing young players. This 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 I mean, like I know I have admitted I don't know much about Barcelona players like Casado, Eric, and Balde. Balde is the left back, but I say based on what they have done in La Liga so far this season, it's I mean, like it's difficult to write them off, and difficult to write them off, and I mean, for me at least, they will start as favorites in this game, and yeah. So we'll of course see how it goes. Lewandowski, this is his third season with Barcelona. He's the veteran alongside. I mean, like. I mean, these are all youngsters. Barcelona have. I mean, I don't know. Inigo Martinez. These are some of these are literally teenagers. Pedri, I think, is uh, is only what 19 or 20, 21. Gavi is still not there. Gundogan has left. Uh, there have been a lot of uh, you know changes as well. Some of the substitutes just going through Pablo Torre, and who else is there? Pablo Torre, Ferran Torres, Ansu Fati, Inaki Peña, Pau Victor, Astral, Estralaga, Henry Ford, Hector Ford, sorry, Gerard Martin, Dominguez, Cuenca, Guillermo, Fernandez. So I don't know much about these players. Ansu Fati, of course, was with the was with the uh, Brighton last season, and I positionally as well. I'm not too sure where everyone plays and where everyone plays, and well, will be interesting to see how it goes for Barcelona. But for me, at least, they start as favorites in this game, and in this game, and let's talk about the other game that is on tonight. The other game that is on tonight. It's Arsenal heading to Italy to take on Atalanta, who are the team who won the Europa League to qualify for the Champions League. They beat Bayer Leverkusen. Just touching on Bayer Leverkusen, they have beaten Feyenoord 4-0, and Benfica have beaten. Benfica have beaten. I think they have beaten uh, Red Star Belgrade by 2 goals to 1. So Atalanta and Arsenal. Here are the two teams. Just putting those, yeah, on the screen, and just need to adjust my camera so that you can see the two lineups. So just because it's a different scene, keep checking the I have to keep checking you know the 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 voice in the sound in the in the in the scene. So here are the two teams. Atalanta first. These pictures, of course, taken from the club's official Twitter accounts. So Jan Musso, I think, has gone to Atletico. So Karnashrechi in goal, Jim City, Hine and Kolasinac at the back three, Zappacosta, Martin Deroon, Ederson, Ruggeri at left back or left wing back, Charles de Catalare, uh, Lukman and Mario Retegui is the center is the center forward for the Atalanta team that will be taking on Arsenal. As for Arsenal, I told you about Martin Odegaard and his injury and everything, and that's the team for that's the team for Arsenal. David Raya in goal, Ben White at right back, Saliba, Gabriel the centre halves, and Timber at left back. That same back five that started against Tottenham in the North London derby. Uh, Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, he's back from suspension. Kai Havertz, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus are the front three for the Gunners, who will be hoping to make it a winning start in the Italian city of Atalanta or Bergamo. So that's that's the two teams. Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, the manager, um, for as far as Atlanta are concerned, their manager is Gian Piero Gasperini, who's done some terrific job on limited, and I mean limited budget. With Atalanta, he's got them qualifying for the Champions League. He's got them playing attractive football. He's selling players. All the while, they signed, they have sold Tune Coop Mainers. They have sold uh, Rasmus Højlund last season. Adamola Lookman is the star player. He scored a hat trick in the final of the Europa League, and he'll be the danger man for Arsenal to keep an eye out on, and if they can keep him quiet, Arsenal will go a long way in uh, in in making uh, making Atlanta struggle, in my opinion, and we'll wait and see. But Arsenal, they have a tough game on the weekend as well. So on the weekend as well. So we will it'll be. I mean, given the team that Mikel Arteta has played, it's it's pretty clear that he's going for it. He'll be he'll be he'll be he'll be expecting his team to deliver, uh, you know, a performance, a professional performance that gets the job done in this game against Atalanta. Atalanta last time round or last season they got the better of Liverpool. They beat them 3-0. So if Arsenal do take them lightly, they are in for rude awakening. And let's see. The back five of Arsenal does look pretty solid, and yeah. So for me, at least, they will be starting as favorites, in this game. And we'll see how you know Arsenal cope, and what kind of course that is for later, how what kind of effect does that have on the game on the weekend on Sunday, which I mean, like, the itinerary did not help Arsenal in any way, shape, or form. Just about 7 minutes remaining for the games to kick off. Uh, Mostly, I'll be focusing on the game at Stade Louis d'Or between Monaco and Arsenal and Barcelona. But very keen to know how things turn out at the Atalanta Stadium. So yeah, as I said, Atletico Madrid are also in action tonight. They take on Atletico Madrid take on who do they take on? They take on RB Leipzig at Wanda Metropolitano, and I mean, that will be a tough match. RB Leipzig, it hasn't been the best of starts for them in the uh, in the Bundesliga. They I mean, they lost Danny Olmo. I'm not sure exactly where they stand in the Bundesliga table, so apologies about that. But beat finally beat they did finally beat they did finally beat Bayer Leverkusen. I mean, it wasn't a it wasn't something that they weren't able to do, but just Bayer Leverkusen went the whole season unbeaten, and this season, in just the second game, RB Leipzig came back from 2 goals down to beat to be- to beat Bayer Leverkusen. So they can't be taken lightly, and they can't be taken lightly, and they will be a really tough test for for the Madrid team, the one that plays in red and white rather than just white. So about 4 minutes to go for the games to kick off. Games to kick off in both France, in Monaco, as well as as well as uh, Atalanta. So we'll just get ready for everything and prepare ourselves, so that we are not caught off guard, and if we're not caught off guard. Stade Louis d'Or looks good. Barcelona, of course, as you can see from the thumbnail, will be playing in the in the away dress, and yeah. So Arsenal, both teams are getting ready for the UEFA anthem, and let's come back to the main screen, and here is uh, here is the main screen, and yeah, the anthems are being played out. Ederson and Martin de Roon in the heart of midfield will be interesting for Atalanta. Two managers greeting each other. We have a French referee by the looks of it. Kanasechi in goal for so toss time in France. Ter Stegen, the Barcelona captain, German captaining a Spanish outfit. Dennis Zakaria, former teammates, of course, at Borussia Mönchengladbach, both of them, and like there were 11 or 12 substitutes that Barcelona have named. I'm not sure how many of them are allowed. Zakaria played for Chelsea as well in the Premier League. I mean, like not very successfully, but that's what he did. So kickoff is fast approaching in this game, and Ben Sagir, the number 7, right winger, must be a right winger with that number. So Barca to kick off. Here we go, and we have action underway from Stade Louis d'Or. I hope that that's what it is still called, and and the action is underway at the stadium. Like Jules Koundé, the no, former Bordeaux player. Bordeaux, unfortunately, things that have happened to them are pretty poor. Both games have now kicked off. Have now kicked off. Kunde with a beast of a header. Didier Deschamps is in the crowd. Not sure with whom. Maybe there was a chance to play someone in, but well defended in the end. Oh, ball given away. Oh, cleared, cleared. Free kick to Monaco. Barcelona have now got Spotify as their. I mean, not now. They've had Spotify for a long time as their shirt sponsors, and I mean, they even had Drake, Drake's company. So Inigo Martinez, oh, this goes out. Jules Koundé, essentially a essentially a fullback, but fullback, essentially a centre half, but at Barcelona he's been mainly deployed as a right back. At Sevilla he was uh, centre half. I think that's what I mean. That's the trait that you know Barcelona looked at, and then he was signed. Barcelona have settled pretty well. Oh, good touch there by Rafinha, I think it was. And, Pedri, who unfortunately got injured in the Euros but now back fit. I think he scored against Girona over the weekend as well. So hopefully his young midfield partner can Gavi can also come back quickly. I'm pretty sure Lamine Jamal actually with a brilliant touch. Rafinha is playing on the left hand side, Jamal on the right, and still nil-nil between Atalanta and Arsenal. Said Kolasinac, formerly of Arsenal, and now with Atalanta. Arsenal, I'm not sure while they are playing, they'll be having that game in mind. that game in mind on the weekend when they take on Man City, which could have some bearing on the title. Uh, I mean, like you could say in terms of title, at least it could be a six-pointer. I mean, if City win, they'll go 5 points clear of Arsenal, and if Arsenal win, they'll go a point ahead of point ahead of City. Atalanta will be tough to break down. I mean, Liverpool tried last time, but they failed. I mean, last time as in the English club. That back three of Kolasinac, Hein, and Jim City is a handful for any attack. And then Zappacosta and Ruggieri, the two wing backs as well. They tuck in as well. And oh, first attempt of the Barcelona game from Akliuche and still nil though straight at Ter Stegen. That shot was so Akliuche on the left hand side. Seen very little of Takumi Minamino in the opening 7-8 minutes. In the opening 7-8 minutes, let's see if there's been a goal elsewhere. Checking. Oh, by the way, Leipzig have taken the lead against Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Benjamin Sesko has scored for Leipzig, and Atletico Madrid trail Leipzig in the opening 10 minutes. He's just scored. No real chances to speak of. A ball given away. Is it a penalty and a card? Yellow card and a free kick. And is it a yellow or a red? I'm not sure. I think it's a yellow for Inigo Martinez or Casado. Ter Stegen having a word with the referee. I mean, like it was a shocking pass by someone. I mean, Ter Stegen plays an awful pass, and then think it could be number 28. Not sure who number that was. It was just a yellow, I think, for Eric, number 24. Oh, it was a red. It's red. Barcelona are down to 10 men. Barcelona are down to 10 men. Eric sent off. They were down to 10 men in their last Champions League game, or what turned out to be their last Champions League game. All down to Ter Stegen's horrific pass, and Barcelona are down to 10 men. 10 men. Eric sent off in the 10th minute for dragging down Brilembolo, and Barcelona have a free. Oh, sorry, at Monaco have a free kick from just outside the area, and I mean, like He brought down Minamino actually, and would rather have let him shoot. I mean, terrible pass by Ter Stegen. I don't know what. I mean, like I've heard there is a lot of criticism for Ter Stegen, but that is an absolutely hospital pass he gave to Eric and left him with no choice. And that's a straight red card for Barcelona. And here's the free kick. I mean, so still nil nil. The free kick into straight on to Pedri, and still nil nil. But Barcelona are down to 10 men, and they have it all to do. Dreadful keeping by Ter Stegen and absolutely calamitous for Barcelona in their first match of the season in the Champions League. I mean, and AS Monaco will be I mean like delighted having to play with 10 men. By the way, oh, here's chance for Barcelona. I mean, good defending there. The player, not sure who it was, but he did get back, and I mean things are picking up in the games, and yeah, still nil nil between Arsenal and Atalanta as well. Timber, oh, good play. I mean, he did well there. The Dutchman Julian Timber, who also has a twin brother in Quinton Timber. So, I mean, that game between Barcelona and Monaco. I mean, Barcelona will pose threats, but on Monaco, I mean, like they would have been happy with a draw, but now they they should fancy their chances against the might of Barcelona. Against the might of Barcelona. So Barcelona down to 10 men in the game against AS Monaco. Eric sent off in the 10th minute, and that is just absolute calamity for Barcelona. Will be tough, but here Barcelona are on the counter. Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Lamal will now have to take extra responsibility, and the defense too. The defense too will have to take extra responsibility and take the game through. Incidentally, Barcelona's last game in the Champions League was the game in which they were knocked out, also against a French team in Paris Saint-Germain, and I mean Rafinha taking too many touches, too slow, and the defender got back. I mean, maybe he didn't know there was a man on, but foul on Embolo. I mean, Barcelona need to be careful, otherwise they could be down to 9 men. Eric Garcia. Oh, Monaco lead. Elie Kuche. Monaco have scored. Monaco take the lead, and Barcelona, if they weren't in trouble before, they are now. And Elio Kuche the person who's given them the lead, or at least who I think it is, Elia Kuche, has given given Monaco the lead. Wow. So Barcelona now up against it, and brilliant skill, and Alif Kuche scores. Barcelona in a whole heap of trouble now. Absolutely are. And Hansi Flick, I mean, not happy with the team and how it has performed. Eric Garcia, of course, I'm not sure how I forgot about Eric Garcia, formerly of Manchester City. I mean, Akliuche and Ter Stegen. I mean, it was his error that caused the red card, and it caused the red card for Eric Garcia. And I mean, Barcelona are now 1-0 down. Akliuche, the person who scored, and oh, ball over the top. Barcelona caught out again. I mean, Monaco are enjoying themselves, although that is a dreadful pass. That is a dreadful pass. Brilliant control by Akliuche, and beats Balde, beats Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen, to be honest, had no or very little chance, and Lewandowski not happy with the situation. Can't be happy. I mean, he knows the service will be limited from now on, and will be limited from now on, and he'll have to work extra hard. Not that working hard is an issue, but oh, another chance. Oh, good block, and offside though. Offside. Brillambolo is offside. Pau Kobarsi injured down on the floor. And let's just check the Arsenal game and how that is going. If there's been a goal or not. Still nil-nil between Arsenal and Atalanta, while Pau Kubarsi is down. And and yeah, don't forget next week Europa Conference League and Europa League spring into action as well. Manchester United, I'm not sure who they are taking on. 20 FC 20 they are taking on, and Tottenham taking on Karabag. So more football for us to watch. Yeah. And in between we have the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Eredivisie, Liga, as well as Bundesliga, one of my favorites, the German Bundesliga. Two really rock solid defenses, this Atlanta and Arsenal. Oh, wide, just wide, just wide. Monaco now taking shots on shots on shots, shots after shots after shots, and the through balls. Barcelona's defense getting caught out time after time after time. I mean, that was way off the target, but it was. Now another player, Barcelona player, is down. Not sure who. Lewandowski is down. Barcelona don't want to lose him. I mean, Salusiu's elbow catches him right on the temple, this area, and and I mean, I'm not sure who that is, but that could be the king of that could be the king of Monaco, who's watching the game, and that could be the king of Monaco, who's watching the game. And again, Barcelona in trouble. 4 on 4, 4 on 5 rather. No, 5 on 5. Barcelona getting numbers back. Ooh. I mean, Barcelona are playing with fire. Barcelona are playing with fire. Playing with fire. Honestly, I mean, Barcelona are honestly playing with fire. The way they are playing, passing out from the back has already gotten them in trouble, and they are not learning from their mistakes. And and I mean, time after time, they are hell bent on passing out from the back, and I mean, but Monaco need to make them pay. Quarter of the game gone now. Foul, another foul. Oh, referee allows players to go on. I thought it was like a stonewall foul. Ball cleared away. Ball cleared away. Adi Hutter, the is he German? Is he Austrian? Adi Hutter, Adolf Hutter. I mean, might be might be German. Did well with Frankfurt for a little while that he was there. Then he went to another club. Can't seem to recall which one that was, but now doing good job with the Monaco. But Monaco, I mean, with Lamine, oh, Ter Stegen sweeps up. Ter Stegen sweeps up and does well. But Barcelona, as I told you, are playing with fire. Mario Retegui. Let's check on the Atletico Madrid and Brest versus Sturm Graz scores. So Atletico Madrid still trailing RB Leipzig. Benjamin Sesko and Magnetti has given Brest the lead against Sturm Graz of Austria. So at least two French teams having good days. Good days. We have we have had goals in three of the four games currently going on, and three of the four games currently going on. Just this Atlanta versus Arsenal game is still goalless, and Barcelona. Honestly, they need to buckle down and come up with a plan B, because plan A has landed them in a lot of trouble. Again, Jules Koundé out of position. Oh, I mean, that was some sensational football by Monaco. I mean, decent defending, but decent defending by Inigo Martinez, but it was close. Could have been 2-0 Monaco. Again, Ter Stegen insisting on playing out from the back, and Kunde. Oh, I mean, Danny Olmo's injury isn't helping uh, Barcelona. He is out for a few weeks, Danny Olmo, and Danny Olmo, who is out, is Lamine Yamal. Oh, 1-1. Lamine Yamal scores. Lamine Yamal equalizes for Barcelona. Good skill, just a little nudge to the right back, and Lamine Yamal has equalized for Barcelona. Great play by him, the 17-year-old now. Not sure if he's still at school or not, but good skill by him to cut inside and beat Cone rather, and Barcelona have leveled. It's 1-1 in the principality. Lamine Yamal could have played it to Lewandowski as well. Could have played it to Lewandowski, but Lamine Yamal does brilliantly, cuts inside Salisu, and nothing that Cone could do, and it's a 1-1. And Barcelona, I mean, after being under pressure for the last 18 minutes or so, have struck back, and 1-1 it is. 1-1 it is now. Barcelona need to realize that they need to keep their heads, and make sure they don't concede before half time. By the way, still nil-nil in Italy. Oh, that was good football by Atalanta. Charles de Ketelaere, the Belgian almost scored, and the Belgian almost scored just over the. I mean, like it was a good attempt, but nothing came of it. 1-1 between Barcelona and Ben Saghir. He's been yellow carded. I mean, Vanderson, the Brazilian, he gets beaten easily. Lovely ball by Pedri. Lovely ball by Pedri and Vanderson. I mean, like the way his body position was, I'm pretty sure he couldn't do much. And Barcelona's bench absolutely delighted. So 1-1. Oh, Pedri as well. Good pass. Lovely switch of play from Pedri. Oh, could we do two? No, my goodness. Barcelona could easily have taken the lead over there. Monaco at sixes and sevens, and Barcelona's highlight. And Barcelona, as I said, are continuing to play with fire. Offside, I think, given against Minamino. I mean, not against Minamino, probably against Brie Lembelo, the Swiss attacker. It was offside. It was offside. Again, ball given away. I mean, again, ball given away. Barcelona again trying to play out from the back, and it's suicidal. I mean, like, now Monaco have a corner, and Barcelona are like, they are going to concede plenty if they keep playing like this. Offside given, I think, but that was dangerous. That was dangerous by Barcelona. More than half an hour played, an hour left to play, and Barcelona have to do it. A man down, injury, and Pedri not happy that the referee has given a foul. I mean, he did go sliding in on Brilembolo, and Embolo has had his share of injuries in the past. So, I mean, not sure how that affects the foul and everything, but a free kick to Monaco nonetheless, and a free kick to Monaco nonetheless, and yeah, still nil-nil between Arsenal and Atalanta in Bergamo. I'm assuming it is in Bergamo. And by the way, Atletico Madrid have equalized. Antoine Griezmann has scored 1-1 in the Spanish capital. 1-1, 1-1. Antoine Griezmann, their talisman, has equalized against RB Leipzig. Benjamin Sesko, the Slovenian, had given Leipzig the lead, but now Griezmann has equalized for Atletico Madrid. Barcelona, though, down to 10 men, and still continuing to fight hard. And it's, is it 2-1? It, no, offside given. I mean, I nearly thought the ball was in the back of the net, but offside given. And Barcelona, if Monaco don't win this game, they only have themselves to blame, because Barcelona are hell bent on you know playing risky football, which, I mean, I don't know how that pays any sort of dividends for them, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see how Barcelona justify that, but for now it is what it is, and Rafinha hasn't done much. I mean, I'm not blaming any Barcelona who hasn't done much because it's been they've been up against it ever since Eric Garcia was sent off. Again, Barcelona's defensive line is so out of place. I do not know where their defensive line is. I'm like, no wonder they keep playing everyone. I mean, like onside, offside. I don't know what they are doing because their defensive line is so all over the place. Again, Minamino with an attempt into the side netting, although there was no much not much danger in there because there's not much danger in there. Ter Stegen knew it was wide, and Monaco, as you would expect, dominating possession 54% compared to Barcelona's 46. Still nil-nil between Atalanta and Arsenal. These two teams, as I said, are defensively really solid and a goal fest is not something that I expected between Arsenal and Atalanta. It's Balde. Arsenal on the attack with Saka, but it comes to nothing. And like easy to get confused both the two teams. I'm like two different channels. Monaco red and white, Arsenal red and white. So Mikel Arteta making notes. That's the first time I've seen him do this, making notes. And Gian Piero Gasperini, still no reaction from him. And Retegui, the Italian striker, I think he scored against France in the international break. Really good goal in a 3-1 win for Italy over France. Not sure what has happened to Kylian Mbappe in the French colours. He seems to have gone off the boil. And both games now nearing the half-time mark. 1-1 between Barcelona and Monaco. Ekliuche for Monaco and Lamine Yamal for Barcelona. Take a stake and collects. And nil-nil between Arsenal and Atalanta in Bergamo. Although game of very few chances that one. But Barcelona down to 10 men. Eric Garcia sent off after just 10 minutes for a professional foul. Good play from Monaco. But they've gone back. Monaco should be further ahead though. I mean, like further ahead, they should be ahead first of all because Barcelona have been terrible from, I mean, playing out from the back. A good skill it was from Lamine Yamal to, you know, to make space and score can, past Cone. I mean, he's just a little nudge on Vanderson to knock him off balance, and then he scored. Free kick to Monaco. Free kick and free kick to Monaco. Just wide. Just wide. Salisu was almost in there. Salisu was almost in there. I mean, last night we saw Manchester City play out a nil-nil with Inter. I'm pretty sure Arsenal won't mind if it finishes nil-nil. They would both still back themselves to, go through. I mean, either via playoffs or just finishing in the top eight. So both teams. I mean, I don't think Arsenal would mind. I mean, a nil-nil draw against a against a tough opponent. Minamino, oh, deflected corner to Arsenal. Oh, sorry for Monaco. I mean, red and white nearly confused me. Although that's an excuse. I mean, that was just a slip of the tongue. Half time in the game between Atalanta and Arsenal, it's nil-nil. It's nil-nil, and and the game between Monaco and Barcelona still has about 70 seconds to run. And here goes Pedri on the right wing. Again, offside Rafinha. Rafinha offside. Not good. That's it. Half time in France. It's nil-nil between Barcelona and and Monaco. An eventful, an eventful half where things have happened. It's 1-1. Could have been 3-1 to Monaco. The chances that they have had are, I mean, they they have to blame themselves for not being ahead by more goals in this game because I mean, God knows they have had the chances in the other games that are going on. Half time between Atletico Madrid and Leipzig, it's 1-1. Sesko and Griezmann. Brest won, Sturm Graz won. It's Magneti for Brest and Fernandes with an own goal. So all four games level pegging as we head into half times in all of them. Uh, Previously, we saw Bayer Leverkusen beat Feyenoord 4 goals to nil at the Cape, and Benfica beat Red Star Belgrade 2-1 in Serbia, and I mean, not a good start for Red Star or Krevna Shevsta, whatever they are called in their local language. I genuinely don't know, and have no curiosity knowing why they call that name. Or I mean, I know why they are called, but like the pronunciation and all. But anyways, this game between Barcelona and Monaco has been an eventful one. Barcelona, I know they are level, not in terms of players though. Not in terms of players though. They 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 are down to 10 men. Eric Garcia sent off, playing in midfield, not in his usual central defense, and it was it was a real bad pass for from Ter Stegen that put him in trouble, and he did what any player would do in that situation. He had to bring the player down. He brought Minamino down, and yeah, I mean, rest as we know, he got sent off, and Barcelona have been up against it. And then Akliuche 6 minutes later scored for AS Monaco. A really good crossfield pass collected well by Akliuche, and then he brought it on to his left foot and drilled it past helpless Ter Stegen, who couldn't do apart from watching it. The lead, although lasted only for 12 minutes. In the 28th minute, Barcelona uh, superstar Lamine Yamal Lamine Yamal, uh, a long ball was played up to him, and he just gave Vanderson a little push, and he got the space, and he put it past Cone to make it 1-1 in the game, and that's where we are in terms of this game. Uh, in terms of this game, it's It stands at 1-1. The broader topic or talking point for me is the way Barcelona have played. I mean, they are hell bent on playing out from the back, and that is landing them in trouble time after time after time. Monaco are laying traps for them, and they are falling into them. Yes, some offside calls have have saved their bacon on occasions, but they keep playing out from the back, and unless a miracle happens, Monaco will get a chance that they will pounce on, and and I mean I mean I'm no Barcelona fan, but they could well pay for that. You know, I'm not saying that don't play it like that, but I'm just saying that be more, you know, open-minded be a more open-minded in terms of you know you should be able to do more. I mean, like, think more and create ideas where you can uh, you don't have to take risks. So Barcelona are, I mean, like, taking a lot of risk, especially with them being down to 10 men, and with them being down to 10 men, and with them being down to 10 men, and it could come back to bite them in the on the backside on the backside the backside and could lead them into trouble. So they need to be careful. They need to be careful with how they play. And although I am nobody to give them advice, but I am nobody to give them advice, and but it is what it is in terms of the other games that are going on. Other games that are going on In terms of the other games that are going on, Arsenal still drawing with Atalanta nil-nil. So no goal scorers there, and no incidents of note as far as I can see as well. So yeah, I mean, fairly non-eventful from however much I have seen. Of that game between Arsenal and uh, of that game between Arsenal and Atalanta, and the other game, RB Leipzig took the lead very early on against against what's the name, Atletico Madrid in the Spanish capital in Leipzig, and and in the Spanish capital, and then and Atletico talisman Antoine Griezmann has equalized in the 28th minute, as far as I can see. So two Spanish teams, both of them scoring in the 28th minute. So good on them that ways, and so yeah. I I I haven't watched the Atletico versus Leipzig game, but two good teams. Two good teams. Atletico perhaps the favorites because they are playing at home and they have more of a European pedigree than their German counterparts. So I'd say that Atletico Madrid would perhaps have wanted a win. They could still very well get that, and they could still very well get that, and but as things stand, it's a 1-1 between Atletico Madrid and Leipzig. In the other fourth game that is currently going on, uh, it's uh, it's Stade Brestois or Stade Brest. They are drawing 1-1 with the Sturm Graz of Austria. With Sturm Graz of Austria, they they took the lead through Magnetti and then scored and then Fernandes with an own goal to get Sturm Graz level on the night. I mean, there's only one fixture, and 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 yeah, that's all that has happened so far in that particular game. And in that particular game, by the way, the two games are about to kick off. May as well get ready with them. And with the whole thing and all. And let's see how Barcelona fare in the second half, and how Barcelona fare in the second half, and how Barcelona fare in the second half. Um, the Arsenal game should kick off earlier. That finished earlier, but you can never guarantee those things. And Barcelona will be the teams will be coming out in the uh, in the principality as well pretty soon as well. And Mikel Arteta, I mean, I'm sure he won't be thinking about the Manchester City game over the weekend. His focus solely will be on the task at hand, that is Atalanta, and getting 3 points here. Europa League, as I was telling you earlier, springs into action next week. Manchester United, Porto, Feyenoord, not Feyenoord, Fenerbahce. Feyenoord lost earlier today to Bayer Leverkusen 4-0 they lost at home, Feyenoord, and 4-0 they lost at home. Arsenal game with Atalanta has just kicked off in the second half, but I'm just waiting for the Monaco versus Barcelona game to uh, to get underway in uh, in Bergamo. And so the two teams will be are coming out. Ekliuche, I mean, his team will be relying on him to score the goals. He was bright in the first half, Ekliuche, and yeah. So Barcelona they will get tired in the latter half of the second half, that is the last quarter of the game. And if Monaco can pounce or are in a position to pounce, then then nothing like it for them. The kickoff is almost it's almost ready. Although I think there might be a substitution for Monaco. Not, we'll see who's coming on. As I said at the very start, I'm not that familiar with Monaco players. Some of them I know very well, and not all of them. But yeah, so Alexander Golovan is coming on. Golovin Kamara instead of Kamara, and he's a good player, the Russian. But of course, Russia being, you know, things going on with Ukraine and all. So second half is underway in France as well. And just to let you know, Barcelona down to 10 men, and the scores, as you can read, are 1-1. Are 1-1. The score is 1-1 as it currently stands. Oh, I think Arsenal have gone down to 10 men as well, and Thomas Partey I think has been sent off most probably. Although there might be a VAR check as well, but I think I think no, I'm not sure what has happened. There is a penalty check. Atalanta have a penalty as of now. Atalanta have a penalty as of now, uh, um, and no red card as such, but the penalty should stand. I think the penalty should stand, and I mean, is it the French referee? I think it's Clement Toupin, the French referee. Is and David Raya is. I mean, is getting some instructions, but there's a VAR check on the penalty. Mario Retegui is ready with the ball to take the penalty, and David Raya now coming back to his goal. But meanwhile, it's 1-1. Eh, Let's just keep an eye out on on this, uh, on this, uh, on this penalty incident, whether the penalty is given or not. Whether the penalty is given or not. And the longer it takes, the more doubts there are, and the more doubts there are. But I mean, we'll see what happens. But Edison, as of now, has a penalty. The penalty has been given. I don't know whether it has been given or, I mean, like, it has been given. Check over, and the penalty stands. I think penalty stands, and the penalty stays. So Atalanta have a penalty, guys. Mario Retegui to take the penalty, and Atalanta have a golden chance to take the lead. Let's see if if this penalty is scored, and I'll get ready with my stuff as well. Let's see if the penalty is converted or not. Retegui to take the penalty against Spanish keeper David Raya. So let's see what Retegui can come up with. Taps both his hips, and here goes Retegui. Small steps. Oh, Raya saves. Oh, he saves again. Brilliant. Absolutely stunning from David Raya. Two attempts. Absolute shocker of a penalty from David Ratagui. Oh, David Ratagui. Mario Ratagui. And absolute shocker from him. And the header should have been, I mean, buried, but David Raya got up brilliantly to deny Retegui, and I mean, like it's that chance that Aston Villa had against Arsenal, where they, I mean, Arsenal, oh sorry, Atalanta could rue this missed chance, and again, I mean, like you have to ask questions. These are dreadful penalties. Some of the players can't strike the damn ball. Some of these players can't strike the damn ball. I'm like, seriously, you are professional footballers and you are doing that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. It is absolutely dreadful. And meanwhile, still 1-1 in the game between Atalanta and and uh, and Arsenal. I mean, I'm sorry. I just like the state of those penalties was absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Absolute shocking, those penalties. I mean, penalties as in penalty, the singular one. So David Raya with a tremendous double save to deny Mario Oretegui, one from the penalty spot and one from the header that resulted from the penalty being missed. Meanwhile, still 1-1 between Monaco and Barcelona in Monaco. Stade Louis d'Or, and I mean, as Bill Lawry, I don't know if you've watched cricket or not. Oh, Michael Jordan is in Monaco. Michael Jordan is in Monaco. His what was his nickname? Air something, right? Air Jordan. Rafinha. Rafinha had a chance, but Cone did brilliantly again. Oh, it's gone offside. I can see it from there. He's gone offside. Air Jordan is in Principality, and I'm pretty sure he's a good football fan. I know he knows Ronaldinho. We have seen Ronaldinho is a big fan of Michael Jordan. Six championship rings, NBA rings, all of them. I mean, three with Chicago, one with Washington, or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not a basketball fan, but just what I know that I think he has six championship rings. Has Barcelona with a chance? Good skill. Now, can they deliver the cross for Lewandowski? Lamine Yamal. Oh, no free kick given. No free kick given and no free kick given. I mean, Rafinha. I mean, like the ball just slightly curves away from Rafinha. That's what. That's what. That's what. You know affects him, and he had to bend his run away. And just to let you know, if you're not watching Arsenal, I mean, David Raya has saved a penalty from Mario Rategui. Oh, good defending by Atalanta. Otherwise, Thomas Partey was winding up. I've seen very little of Bukayo Saka in this game. Lukman as well. Very little scene of Lukman E as well, and very little scene of Lukman as well. Guys, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, I am on 399 subscribers, just one subscriber short of 400. So if you can do me a favor and subscribe, that will be a big help. Just one short of 400. Everyone, thank you to everyone who has subscribed. And there's a chance for Barcelona. Lewandowski! Oh! Foul by Lewandowski on Cone. Let's go to that Arsenal game. Looks like there will be a stoppage in this game. Jorginho coming on and Leandro Trossard for Partey and Jesus. Jesus needs to hand over the captain's armband. Maybe we'll do it to Jorginho. I mean, Gabriel Jesus is captain of Arsenal. I mean, imagine that. I mean, Mario Retegui, you have to do better. You have to do better. I mean, that first of all, that penalty is terrible. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that was a shocker of a penalty. Trossard as a substitute always does well, and interesting to see how he gets on. Corner to Monaco at Liuche. There's taken catches, foul. Balde, Balde into oh, good covering, good covering. Monaco, of course, one time they were the Champions League semi-finalists. Likemhan, Kehna, Ilin, Ilin Kehena, and he's coming on. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. And 1-1 as it stands. Barcelona down to 10 men. Eric Garcia sent off in the 10th minute. Still 30 minutes for them to, you know, deal with the. Not sure what happened there. Ter Stegen looks. I mean, for a captain, he looks. I mean, his punch goes backwards, almost an own goal punching. That could have been. I mean, like that would have been a, and like some sort of a own goal that I don't know. I mean, would have been hard to describe. I mean, corner is cleared. Monaco thought they had won the ball, but foul given. Foul given. Let's check the game between Arsenal and Atalanta. Still nil-nil in Bergamo, I think. Still nil-nil in Bergamo. By the way, Thomas Partey had given away the penalty. And, which Retigui missed. I mean, the pressing from these Atalanta players is incessant, absolutely incessant pressing from them. Oh, heavy touch from Yamal, heavy touch from Lamine Yamal. Mr. Lewandowski with first of all a heavy touch and then a terrible pass. I mean, not sure who Barcelona have over the weekend. Not sure who Barcelona have over the weekend, but I mean, Barcelona have only got themselves to blame to be in a position they Ter Stegen has looked like a weak keeper, honestly. And I mean, if it wasn't for Jamal's goal, they'd be huffing and puffing a bit. Brest have taken the lead again Sturm Graz against Sturm Graz again. Sima with a goal. Sima with a goal, and 2-1 as it stands. 2-1 as it stands. By the way, scores still unchanged in the other three games. Nil-nil between Atlanta and Arsenal, 1-1 between Monaco and Barcelona, and 1-1 between RB Leipzig and Atletico Madrid. This Balde guy looks good. I mean, corner to Monaco. Although, having said that, I nearly put a hex on him. Corner swung in. Oh, deflected again. Another corner to Barcelona. Oh, to Monaco. I mean, again, Ter Stegen. I mean, like, if he is Barcelona's long-term choice, then God help them, because he makes a lot of errors, and his shot stopping isn't the best either, and uh, and uh, and he needs to command his box more, a lot better. One short of 400 subscribers, so if you haven't, please do consider subscribing. 67 minutes gone between Atlanta and Arsenal in the game, that is, and as Atalanta on the attack. Hopeful cross, which in the end was hopeless. I mean, Elekene, I think it is, with a chance. With 65 minutes gone, so almost two-thirds of the game gone, or two-thirds, more than a two-thirds of the game gone, and not much happening now. I mean, like in the last couple of minutes, and Saliba down injured. Arsenal don't want to lose him. Not sure what happened. I'm like just an impact, so should be okay. Nicolo Zaniolo and Bellanova are coming on. Zaniolo last season was at Aston Villa, and Bellanova played for Italy, I think, against Israel. He played Zappa Costa coming off. I mean, it, this hasn't been the best quality game in terms of. I mean, if has Saka even played? I have not seen him once in this game. Not once. I mean, I know that I've been keeping an eye out for the on the Barcelona game, but Saka I've not seen at all. he is there and like wandering around in the attacking third. Double substitution for Monaco. Enrique and Folarin Balogun coming on. Balogun, formerly of Arsenal. Balogun, USA international. 20 minutes or so to go in this game. I mean, I think Barcelona are happy with the point, and Monaco don't want to lose against a relatively tough opponent as well. So, I mean, both teams would want to win, but Barcelona would understand the situation. I'm pretty sure Raheem Sterling is on for Arsenal, for Saka, and Timber is off as well. Timber is off. To be honest, let's just talk about that penalty that Rategui missed. He never looked confident. I know it's easy to say after the event, but he did look. I mean, like, oh, effort wide from Ederson. No, Quadrado it is actually. It was well wide from the Colombian, former Chelsea, Fiorentina, and Chelsea, and Juventus player Juan Quadrado, the Colombian. Not sure if he plays for Colombia anymore, but still nil-nil. Oh, Monaco have taken the lead. It's Ilen Kenha and Monaco have taken the lead against Barcelona. Just as I was saying, they might be happy with a draw or maybe something like that. But Barcelona, I mean, it was always on the cards playing with 10 men for so long. They could have succumbed, and Ilan Kenna, the substitute, has given Barcelona the headache and Monaco the lead. So just 17 minutes left, and 17 minutes left for Barcelona to find an equalizer and whatnot after that. But Ilan Kenna and Lamine Yamal is down injured. I'm not sure how he gets injured. I think oh yeah, on the little finger, maybe he gets caught. Free kick to Arsenal. Declan Rice to take. I mean, it's a really decent position for a free kick. Not a direct one, but not a direct one, but certainly one that you can, find head of one of your teammates. Here it comes. Oh, what a shocker from Declan Rice. An absolute shocker. An absolute shocker. Inigo Martinez booked as well. Inigo Martinez booked. Not happy, the Basque person, Basque player. I mean, that's a bad foul. It you know, reminded me a little of Zidane on Materazzi in the 2006 World Cup final. Let's check on some other scores. 1-1 in Madrid, Atletico 1, Leipzig 1, and Brest still leading Sturm Graz. Chance for Monaco, although referee might look at offside. No flag required, nor does it come. Right. Time running out for Barcelona, about 12 minutes plus added time remaining in this second half. I mean, maybe a yellow card for Barcelona staff. Substitution for Barcelona, triple substitution. Gerard Martin coming on. Lamine Yamal is off. I mean, he's only 17. Kubarsi is off. Dominguez is on. And Lewandowski is off as well, I think. Lewandowski goes off. Still nil-nil between Atalanta and Arsenal. Oh, White. That should have been game done and dusted. Ferran Torres has also come on for Barcelona. So a triple substitution, but two of their big attacking threats in Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal have gone off. Barcelona, that is, and and Ferran Torres has come on. By the way, no Fermin Lopez as well. He's out for a few weeks. Still no Frankie De Jong, no Danny Olmo. So it's tough for Barcelona. I mean, they must be beginning to tire. Good save, Ter Stegen. Good save by the La Blaugrana captain from Ilikena again. 9 minutes to go. Golevan. Again, Barcelona are not creating anything, but here they are. Oh, good defending. Good defending. Inigo Martinez is in trouble, I think. No, the foul has actually gone the other way. So Barcelona are 2-1 down. Guys, just one short of 400 subscribers. Do give the video a subscribe or the channel a subscribe if possible. And Pablo Torres on. Pablo Torres on. Ferran Torres is on. Pablo Torres just come on. Still nil-nil between Arsenal and Atalanta. Atalanta have blown their golden chance with a missed penalty. And Barcelona might well be running out of ideas with 6.5, 7 minutes to go of normal time. And Arsenal, oh sorry, Vanderson down. Laporta, sitting in the stands, must not be happy with his players or team's performance. Basically, 10 men could could have done very little. Oh, could be another penalty to Monaco, another penalty, and Casado booked. No, Dominguez is booked. So it's another penalty to not a penalty, the first penalty to Monaco. Let's see if they can capitalize. And another yellow card for Casado. Let's see if Monaco can capitalize, but looked like a penalty to me. Another substitution, perhaps. No, maybe there is a penalty check. Oh, VAR check. So may not be a penalty. This could be interesting. Pasalic and Samaradets coming on for Atalanta. Lukman and Ruggeri off. Which Samardzic and Pasalic are coming on. No penalty. No penalty. So still 2-1 to Monaco. I mean, like, and chance for 3-1 is probably gone. Maybe he got the ball, Dominguez, that is. Not Dominguez. Pretty sure it was Inigo Martinez. And Sufati coming on for Balde. 4 minutes added on in the game between Arsenal and Atalanta. Henderson has gone off. Corner to Atalanta in the added time. Zaniolo winning the corner. Can Atalanta pounce? Cuadrado with the corner. Let's check in some other scores. No changes from the last time I told you. Corner is headed clear, but Ederson gets it back in. Let's just see this Arsenal game to its end. Mario Retegui, I'm pretty sure, reflecting on the missed penalty. But it happens. And the guy got really carried away over the weekend with the penalty miss by Cameron Archer of Southampton. Chance for Barcelona if they can get this through ball right. Rafinha brought down and yellow card to Dennis Zakaria. No, not to Zakaria. Zakaria gets yellow. I was right the first time round. I think the Arsenal game has finished nil-nil. The Arsenal game has finished nil-nil. This game still has about 3.5 minutes to go. Free kick in a dangerous area over the bar from Rafinha. Poor effort, if you ask me. Really poor from Atletico Madrid have taken the lead against Leipzig. Josep Jimenez, the Uruguayan, has given them the lead in the 90th minute against the Germans. So good result for them. Barcelona not doing much, to be honest. I can't see them scoring. Monaco have a free kick. Addy Hutter would be really happy with how things have turned out so far. Balogun, And he hasn't done much since coming on. And if if they're smart, they'd keep this ball in the corner. But chance for Barcelona to counter. But about 80 seconds remaining. If you ask me, I mean, Barcelona look spent. Yeah, and Monaco playing it intelligently. That should be it. I mean, Barcelona still in their own half. Dennis Zakaria. Oh, foul has been given. So maybe last chance saloon for again playing short. Why not go long? They do go long this time, and that should be that. Ansu Fati unable to do anything. That's it. Nil. Monaco win 2-1. That's full time, and Monaco have won, beaten Barcelona by 2-1. I mean, big uh, part of that was the red card to Eric Garcia in just the 10th minute, and it ends 2-1 to Barcelona, Monaco in this game, and yeah, I mean Arsenal as well ended up drawing. So two big teams who failed to get a result on the night, and they both will be licking their wounds in terms of what they could have done, what they could have achieved, but no, and 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 yeah, I mean both teams both teams. So, I mean, big. I mean, it's only day one. I don't want to exaggerate the whole thing, but uh, but I don't want to exaggerate the whole thing. But Barcelona will be really disappointed with what they have dished up tonight in terms of football, etc. I know for most part, for bulk of the game they played with only 10 men, and they were always up against it, always up against it, and they were always up against it, but uh, they should have been more professional about it. First game of the Champions League season, you don't want to go gung ho. You don't want to go gung ho, and you end up uh, you end up losing and give upper hand to other teams. By the way, all games have ended now. Barcelona have lost, Brest have won against Sturm Graz, and And Atletico Madrid have beaten Leipzig, and Arsenal drew nil-nil with with Atalanta, as we just saw, and and of course this brings to an end the this brings to an end the match day one of the of the of the Champions League. It's I mean, no point dwelling on the table right now because we are very anti, early into the season. Every team still has got seven more matches to go. It will run till the middle of January, I think, and and yeah, I mean, it it's it's a pity for Barcelona, but I'm pretty sure they'll not get eliminated from the competition at the very first stage. They should finish in the first 24 at least, because without that, that would be an absolute nightmare for them, an absolute nightmare for them. And that is, I'm not sure they have seen. Um, I'm pretty sure they have seen bad days, but I'm not sure if they will be able to live with this ignominy for themselves. And I mean, I do expect them to make it through today, tonight. It was a bit unlucky for them. It was a bit unlucky for them because they just couldn't you know get past they just couldn't get past Monaco, and they were I mean, victims of their own oh sorry, architects of their own demise with the with the loss with the loss. They played some decent stuff, but in the end it wasn't enough for them, and it wasn't enough for them. And I'm pretty sure as the competition heads into the you know into the winter months at home, especially. I think they'll do damage to teams, and they'll do damage to the teams, and I'm pretty sure that they will pick results that 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 should ensure that they at least make it into the first 24. And whether you finish ninth or you finish 24th, it's, in my eyes at least, it's one of the same things. And in my eyes at least, it's one of the same things. And hopefully and hopefully they can. Otherwise it's just an absolute uh, mess for Barcelona. Some of the players they have out injured. Briefly mentioned those in the during the game. It was I mean uh, Frankie De Jong, Danny Olmo, and Christensen. I'm not sure where he is, whether he's injured or not, or he's been sold. Um, they should become available, and 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 that should propel Barcelona up the table So that's for them. They tonight they were let down with the back pass by their captain, which left their defender midfielder in a position that was compromised, and and they and and it was compromised, and Barcelona end up losing to a late goal by Ilekena from AS Monaco, and yeah, I'm pretty sure Barcelona will see better days ahead in the Champions League. In the league uh, games, at least they are they are doing. I mean, exceptionally well. They have won 5 games out of 5. They sit on top of the La Liga table, and they sit on top of the La Liga table, and from their point of view, long may it continue for them, and long may it continue for them, and we'll see how it goes for them. In tonight's other big game, uh, it was Arsenal versus Atalanta. Um, Arsenal ideally should have I mean would have wanted to win the game, but it wasn't to be. Atalanta, I more or less were watching this game, Monaco versus Barcelona, and not the Atlanta Arsenal game, but looked like a fairly even game, a game with very few chances for both teams, and uh, Atalanta had a golden chance to bury Arsenal, and to bury Arsenal, and they failed to take the chance. They failed to take the chance, and they failed to take the chance. Mario Retegui missed a penalty, and David Raya, kudos to him. He made a brilliant second time save as well, which uh, which uh, which could have uh, you know preserved, which could or did preserve his side's clean sheet, and Arsenal. I mean, before a big game in the Premier League with against Manchester City away from home, Arsenal will be. I'm pretty sure they won't be disappointed with the result. I can't say much about the performance because I didn't watch the game. And it was um, it was I mean, by the looks of it, yeah, I don't think it was a game that was pretty to watch. It was both teams kept a clean sheet. They both move on to their next games. Not sure who Atalanta play over the weekend. We can certainly check it out if you please. But Atalanta, their next game is Fiorentina. No, not Fiorentina. They play Como on Sunday or Monday. I'm not sure. Tuesday probably. And and so Como they have, and and I'm pretty sure they'll beat Como, the newly promoted team in the Serie A. Um, great result for Atletico Madrid as well. They went down. They went down to RB Leipzig. They went down to went a goal down to RB Leipzig. Benjamin Sesko, the Slovenian superstar, was decided to stay with RB Leipzig for this season. He gave them the lead. Antoine Griezmann equalized, and then in the 90th minute, Jimenez, the Uruguayan centre half, yeah, gave scored the what turned out to be the winning goal, and what turned out to be the winning goal, and yeah, good start for Atletico Madrid as well. Um, Rest of the games tonight, Brest beating Sturm Graz. I think both teams will find it tough. Brest might make it to the one of the playoff spots from the 9 to 24 teams. These 3 points will certainly help them a great deal. And then Red Star Belgrade, they struggle against Benfica. They struggled against Benfica. Okan Kuchku, he scored, and Bayer Leverkusen tonight got a big result in the uh, in the game in Rotterdam against Feyenoord. They uh, they got a big win, 4-0. It was 4-0. It was for the uh, for the Leverkusen uh, team, and for the team for the team from Leverkusen, and Florian Wirtz getting 2 goals, and Florian Wirtz getting 2 goals. Alex Grimaldo, the Spanish left back, Wellenreuther with an own goal. I mean, Feyenoord, although I think they should be okay, but you never know. And all the 4 goals coming in the first half looks like looks like Bayer Leverkusen took the took the foot off the gas in the second half, and took the foot off the gas in the second half, and eased to a 4-0 win. So that cannot be good for that cannot be good for by Leverkusen, and oh, sorry, for Feyenoord. And and yeah, let's see how Feyenoord cope with it. I mean, uh, I do not know if but I don't know where Feyenoord are in terms of the squad, etc. I don't think they've lost too many players this season. They have lost their influential manager in Arne Slot, and influential manager in Arne Slot, and and maybe that is having some effect on their team, but but uh, but it is to be expected. Players, managers come and go, and it does leave an effect on the players. So yeah, let's see what happens with Feyenoord and Leverkusen. Leverkusen back to winning ways, and in Champions League, I mean, well deserved. They ended Bayern Munich's monopoly in the Bundesliga after 11 seasons, and well deserved for them. Well deserved for them. I mean, yesterday it was. I mean, the big match yesterday was uh, was the game between Manchester City and Inter Milan. I mean, not much happened in that game. I mean, it seemed that both Manchester City and Inter Milan were happy with the draw, and that's how they played. Manchester City dominated possession. Inter had some good chances, but Manchester City once again never looked like they would score, and neither did Inter. And in the end, nil-nil was perhaps a fair result, fair reflection of the game, and both teams will face easier challenges in the months to come in the Champions League and in the league. Both teams, Manchester City have got Arsenal in the league, and and Milan have got Inter. Oh, sorry, Inter have got Milan in the uh, in the Champions League. So both teams will be pretty happy with the result. I mean, there's still a long way to go. They didn't want to fall behind the other team, and ideally, the teams would want to finish in the positions 1 to 8, and and whether they do or they don't, we'll find out, and we'll find out, and we'll find out, and we'll find out. PSG, I mean, they huffed and they puffed. I mean, I'm reminded of a joke with that PSG huffed and puffed, and in the end they got a scraped a 1-0 win against Spanish minnows Girona, who are literally pulling uh, above their weight or punching above their weight as it's called. And yeah, in other games, Bologna nil, Sparta. Bologna, who they playing? Sparta Prague? No, Bologna nil and Shakhtar Donetsk nil. Both these teams will be somewhere in the middle of the road. So let's see. Sparta Prague versus Red Bull Salzburg. Sparta Prague back in the Champions League after a long time. Big comfortable win for them against the Austrian team, and yeah, so not bad for them, and not bad for them, and Celtic, they got a big win as well, 5-1 against Bratislava, Slovan Bratislava, and Slovan Bratislava, and apologies, it's really late against Slovan Bratislava, and and hopefully uh, Celtic, for all the Scottish people, will put up a show in this Champions League. I mean, there are teams that are a lot weaker than Celtic in the Champions League, and if they can make it to the next stage, I mean, more money for the Scottish football and more money for Celtic to make, and that can only be good. That can only be good. Borussia Dortmund, last season's beaten finalists, they they uh, they uh, they got a good win against Belgian side Club Brugge, and the Club Brugge, and and I mean, you expect them to finish somewhere between ninth and 16th. I think there are teams that will finish 8 teams that are certainly better than them, and if they get easy fixtures and then luck of the draw, then who knows what might happen. But I feel that 9 to 16th looks like a decent position for them, and and in other games, and there weren't any big games yesterday, or big games yesterday. I've touched on most of them, and so moving to the Tuesday night action, and this is the last one before we log off for the day. Juventus back in Champions League after a while out, and they got the better of PSV Eindhoven 3 goals to 1. Weston McKennie, Yidlis, and who else was there? Pretty sure one more, and it was Nico Gonzalez, the former Fiorentina player who scored for Juventus, and 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 PSV Eindhoven did get a consolation, but that was what it was, just a consolation. Juventus, I mean, it's a decent start, but I mean, tougher challenges lie ahead for them in the league as well as Champions League. So we'll hold fire on Juventus and don't get carried away. Won't get carried away with this, and we'll see where they eventually end up. Juventus, Aston Villa back in the Champions League after 41 years. No, not 41. After what 18, 24, 42, 43 years, and they got good win against Young Boys of Bern, and I'd be very surprised if Young Boys do anything. I see them getting eliminated, and apologies, I can't see Young Boys of Bern doing anything. I see them getting eliminated at the very first stage, and that's how I see it. That's how I see it, and then Real Madrid. I thought they would do better against VfB Stuttgart, but Stuttgart gave Real Madrid a real run for their money and a real run for their money and make it tough. It was only Antonio Rudiger's header that made the game comfortable, and then Endrick scored in the end, and people are now started calling him Bobby because he said Bobby Charlton was one of his favorite players, and just where he met Bobby Charlton was, or when he saw Bobby Charlton play, would have been interesting. But for whatever it's worth, Real Madrid did beat VfB Stuttgart by 3 goals to 1. By 3 goals to 1, and then Liverpool, they put in an impressive performance against AC Milan at San Siro. They went a goal down to and then Christian Pulisic, and then goals from Konate, Van Dijk, and Dominic Soboslai uh, gave Liverpool all 3 points in the game. And AC Milan, although didn't pull up any trees against didn't pull up any trees against Liverpool. I mean, they should be fairly confident of at least securing a playoff spot, and and then it is all in their hands whether they can make it or not. Depends on draw as well, who they get, and it uh, was. Uh, that's how it was. In other games on Tuesday night, Bayern Munich, of course, how can I forget Bayern Munich? They hammered 9 goals past 9 goals. Harry Kane with 4 goals against Dinamo Zagreb, and I mean Bayern Munich. I mean, I don't want to jump the gun and say that they are back to their best or whatnot, but or whatnot. But I mean, 9 goals in any game is a achievement that is not to be sneezed at. Or and Yeah, will Barcelona is a team that I certainly see making it to the top 8 in the table. Whether 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 they do it or not remains to be seen. Tougher fixtures lie ahead for them as well, and and we'll see how Bayern Munich go. Lastly, um, Sporting Lisbon, they beat who did they beat? They beat Lille, 10-man Lille 2-0, and I mean Lille and Sporting, one of them I think will make it. Maybe both will, but will we'll wait and find out as to what happens eventually. So that was a rundown of all that has happened in the Champions League match day one for the 2024-2025 season. Uh, I'm tired, absolutely tired, and I'll think I might take you leave, guys. Thanks for everyone who has subscribed, everyone who's tuned in, and everyone that has tuned in. I'll see you pretty soon in my videos, next few videos, and until then, take care, stay safe. Bye for now.